Good evening, wine ambassadors and guests. We are excited to have you here today. Today is Monday, August 15th. My name is Stacy Southward. I'm a five-star ambassador here within Wine Ambassador. I'm also a Grand Cru member. You're going to find out what all that means in a little bit. I have been here since we joined Wine Ambassador September of 3 years ago. Holy smokes, where has the time gone? Well, you know what? We've been having a ton of fun during that time. We are growing leaps and bounds, and this has been so much fun. I love seeing all these new names come in. So if this is your first Monday night with us, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Be sure to get back to the person that invited you here tonight, because you're going to need to get into this. You're going to want to get into this wine club. We are like no other, and our very own CEO, Rory Rickard, is going to tell us more about all that is with Wine Ambassador, including, I'm sure, our amazing event that's happening in 3 weeks, Rory, 3 weeks.
I know. It's right around the corner.
It's crazy.
And yeah, it's been tallied up. So, I mean, I'll get to that in just short order. We're going to run through everything today. So welcome to our opportunity Monday night call. This is where we get to share with everybody how great this opportunity is. And let me just start out by saying we are not selling wine from our homes. We are selling access to wines delivered to our homes. So we're selling a Wine of the Month club. And so everybody, your opportunity is to basically get your own Wine of the Month club to market to others. And you're part of the biggest Wine of the Month club. We are different than anything else out there. I'm going to explain that really quick. There are 3 types of Wine of the Month clubs. There is a first that started, which is, wineries have their own, special things. They release wines every, quarter, every 6 months, every year, and they have a loyal subscriber base that gets their wine sent to them. And it's not nearly monthly. It's on a special order, and you're going to be paying, a good retail value, maybe a discount for a long-time membership, and you're going to be getting the wine straight from them and supporting the winery. That's how the whole concept began. Then we have our second type, which literally turned into a solution and solving a problem. And the problem was there's a lot of wines that are made overruns, and no one else is going to buy these wines because they're inferior wines. They're along the wines that we are actually trying to educate against, which is conglomerated wines. These wines are literally, they mass produce them, they sell them. They're not in demand because they literally don't taste that good. They're overruns and whatnot, and they're discount wines. So these are the wines you'll see like in the Wall Street Journal Wine Club, the Better Homes and Gardens Wine Club, the white labeled wine clubs that are out there. I can name several of them. They don't make their own wines. They don't have their own winemakers, but they like to sell wine, and they like to give it away where you just basically pay for shipping, and they send you out a case of wines you will wish you never had before. But that's what they do, and that's unfortunately. A lot of people, when you hear Wine of the Month clubs, they think, oh, I tried so many of those. The wines are horrible. That's why I want to differentiate it. What we are is something different. We're unique. And to my knowledge, there is nobody like us. And I'll tell you why. We commission our own wines to be made by incredible winemakers. To me, they're liquid artists. And they are the top of their field. And they come from Napa and Sonoma Valley. They source the fruit with us. We have our own vineyards and supply as much of the fruit as we possibly can from the richest soils in Napa. And we supply our own fruit, and then we obviously need a lot more than what we grow there. So we have great relationships through those winemakers to get the best fruits, raised up. These are second and third generation winemakers. They know the farmers. And so we get our wines made that way in that region. And they literally are in, our facilities to be loved on and nurtured for the years that it takes to make that wine. We just released the 2020 Merlot, and it was barely ready to be released. It tastes amazing, and that's been under the make for years, right? And then we just released a new Cabernet Sauvignon. The Antonio came out about the same time, and those are our second renditions of them. We're just getting the process going. we get to release new wines, about 28 varietals. We're making at all times. We have wines made up until 5 years from now, so that they'll be ready. And these are our wines, our brands, and we release them, and no one else can get them other than through Wine Ambassador. So you have to know a customer or know a wine ambassador to get access to them. And that's how it works. And even from the corporate side, this is owned and operated by professional marketers. We've all been doing it for decades before. We understand the cost of acquisition. We understand what it takes to build a business. And we chose the word of mouth ambassador partnership route, and we went that route. And so we don't have distributors. So our wine's literally made in one facility. It's bottled at that same facility, and then it goes around the corner to our shipping warehouse, which is separate. You don't want to, it's a shipping warehouse, right? The wine's in cool temperature controlled warehouse until it's boxed up and shipped to your door. And we have enough wine in there until it's gone, and the next batches are coming through. And it's a simple process, no distributors, no middlemen. And so we are able to go out there and compete. And our wine bottles that would retail through normal channels at $80 to $120 a bottle are literally $4 for $100 to our members. And one bottle would be equal to the price of the whole 4 shipment. And we know that you're going to like those wines. And when you like them, you're going to order a custom case to get more of those wines before they're gone. That's how it works. And there's no other benefit than having access to these wines at an incredible value. You cannot get wines of our value anywhere else. Not for the price, not for the distribution. It has to go through us. And, we are competing with conglomerate wines. There's been some amazing boutique wineries over the centuries, and they're all 85% of all the wines now are owned by conglomerates. They buy the brand, but they do not continue the winemaking tradition. They literally change it up where they're producing these wines in months versus years. And I mean a few months versus years. And they add additives to distinguish the wine as if it was made the right way. These additives are never really natural. They're actually not best for us, and it takes away the wine quality. It takes away the benefits of a true wine, which is what ours is a true wine boutique winery. We're kicking out, small volumes and growing them as a company grows, but it's not ever going to be a mass-produced process here. We're going to hold true forever. So that's what Wine Ambassador is. Now I'm going to show you how we get compensated and where the rest of it goes. And to do that, I'm going to take you guys to a screen share, and I'm going to literally take you to our comp plan. It's wineambassador.complan.com. Really simple to find. Very simple comp plan. I'll walk you through it. Now, the idea for what we do with our members is we know that people are getting used to wine. There's, we have 2 type of wine clients, I would guess, or customers, and this is good to know. The majority of people out there do not understand the difference between a store-bought wine product. I'm going to call it a wine product. They might say wine, but it's not a true wine, and what a true fine wine is. And not everybody understands why somebody would spend $500, $1,000, $2,000 for a bottle of wine at a restaurant. It doesn't make sense, and they just don't have the understanding or the knowledge what's behind a true fine wine. We get to educate people. The other type of people we have that we deal with are connoisseurs. They've already been educated. Their palate's been trained, and they understand the value of those wines. And what we have to offer for somebody like that is unbelievable. They almost think it's too good to be true because the value of our wines doesn't equate what they're used to in the marketplace. So we have both of those options, and I like how we do things. But what usually happens is people come in. If they're a wine connoisseur coming in right at Grand Cru, our top level, makes sense. They understand that it's an amazing value for what comes there. And then those that don't understand it, they get to start out by being a customer and just getting 4 bottles and trying it that way. Or they come in at our lowest level of estate, and low isn't the right word. It's just the entry level. And estate, reserve, and Grand Crus all have access to the same compensation structure and plan. The only difference is the discount you get on additional cases. And Grand Crus get access to a lot more, and I'll cover that. But, we also just know that people will come in and they'll try 4 bottles as a customer. We also know they'll come in as an estate member. And, as a customer, your smart ship order of $99 for 4 bottles, that is our Grand Cru pricing. So our smart ships and our, I guess you want to call them a starter kit for ambassadors, they're at the lowest price that we offer, which is our Grand Cru pricing. Standard customer, cost for a case, for instance, is $360. So it's cheaper to become a estate member than it is to become a customer and order a custom case. And the estate members get 10% off their additional cases of wine. Reserve members get 15% off, and then Grand Cruz is 20% off our lowest price. And pretty much the natural progression goes like this. You're new to wine, maybe you've had it before, you never really had a fine wine. You come in as an estate because you like the opportunity that we have, and you get a case of our incredible wine. After one case, you're going to want another case. That second case you're going to get is it's less expensive just to upgrade to reserve than it is to buy another case. And so then you're going to become a reserve member. And after two cases, you're going to wonder, wow, if these wines are that good, how good is that Grand Cru? And the Grand Cru wines is that next level wine. These are wines that would value at $350 to $700 a bottle in the retail market. We have them in a 6-box luxury package for $600. So basically $100 a bottle, which is unheard of in the industry, but yet we offer that. Now, our Grand Cru selection alone is worth over $2,500, and you're getting 2 cases of wine and that 6 bottle Grand Cru luxury box for $1,200. It's an amazing value. And wine connoisseurs get it. And they have always ranted and raved when they receive the package and they try the wines. They are that good. And that's what we get to educate to the world. But there is the truth of law is the truth of the law of marketing. Nothing sells itself. And even though we have amazing wines at the best value possible that are true and fine wines, people aren't just going to flock and buy them. So we rely on word of mouth. We rely on professional marketers and people utilizing our strategies to market that we've proven out to grow the customer base. And for that, we pay you very, very well. Now, I'm just going to segue here. We're ran by professional marketers. That's our ownership. My wife, Tanya, and I have been very blessed. And from our family, not from Wine Ambassador of the company, but from our family, Tanya and myself, to you, we are here to provide you with paid marketing that we fund and pay for, and the training to use that paid marketing to grow your business with us as a partner. The person that brought you here knows what I'm talking about, and they can get you plugged into it. We know how to take this out there. We know how to do it. We just need the people to actually be the voice behind it. And the referral method that we have, it allows you to build a solid base of wine drinkers and wine appreciators and wine connoisseurs, and let them, discover wines and what's involved with the wine as we go along. Now, there's 5 ways to get paid. Very simple. The first way is free wine. And this is for customers and ambassadors alike. You refer 3 people, your wine's free every month. You refer 1, it accumulates. And every time there's 3 orders, so January, February, March, free wine, right? Every 3 months. If you have 2 customers, 2 out of 3 months, you're getting wine for free. 3 or more, you're getting free wine. And that's customers and ambassadors alike. And then we have an ambassador customer acquisition bonus. So after you have 3 customers, you receive a $20 bonus on your 4th customer forward, and you receive $10 a month every time they order. And that allows us to, reward you for growing the base, and it feeds the entire comp plan as well. And we call it ambassador customer acquisition bonus because at that level, customers and ambassadors that order as customers are considered for that bonus. Some of our top producers here have 100, 200 clients, customers and ambassadors, and they're, $1,000, $2,000 a month off of that method alone. Then we have the wine starter kits, which is the estate, reserve, and Grand Cru members. And this level right here, anytime someone comes in, we understand that acquisition cost is real. And we give the lowest price on our wines, and we pay out 50% of the membership to the person that brought them in, or the sponsoring ambassador. Now, I'm just gonna let you guys know that after we deliver an incredible case of wine and pay that out and put the commission structure into the compensation structure, it's not a smart profit margin for the company. We lose money, but it's our acquisition cost. We're meeting you as an ambassador to grow your business the right way. We know it takes time and energy to bring them in and get them properly set up. And when people try our wines the right way and get involved in the business, they stick with us for a very long time. And so it's worth it for us to meet you and help you create great income to make this full-time if you want it. You can make hobby income here, part-time, full-time, or career life-changing income. You can make 6 figures a year and growing. And we're still a fairly new program, right? We are several years old, but we are very solid, debt-free. We don't even have a credit card bill. And we are, we've got our wines being made 5 years in the future. This was funded and capitalized to run. We know the power of wine is not going anywhere. It's been the most relevant thing we've ever marketed, but we also know that we got to pay our people well, and we got to work with our partners. And so as a partnership, we make sure that we are investing with you to grow this business. And that's why the compensation plan is as rich as it is. It's also the way we get paid. We build with you. You know, we built this the way we would want it to be built if it was us coming into it, and that's how we do things. So if you know, when you come in as an estate member, the person that brought you in is going to get 150. When you upgrade, you pay the difference, receive the difference, and so do they. Every new ambassador you bring into your business is worth upwards of $600 to you just in our wine starter kit. And we have the highest upgrades I've ever seen in any business because you're getting wine. And we make it advantageous for you to get cases of wine to upgrade and go up to that next level. And then once you get Grand Cru share in our worldwide marketing. So the company markets, we market very well. Again, we're professional marketers. And when the leads come in for that, they are rotated to Grand Crus that are active in the business. Grand Cru ambassadors are active. And the reason why we do Grand Crus and not the estates and reserves is because we want you to understand what the Grand Cru wines are about, because that's what you need to represent it. And so when you're at the level of Grand Cru, we share the global marketing with you to grow the business together. And we also have a Grand Cru event, which is in in Napa, and it's Labor Day every year. We have an amazing get together with great food, great wines, great entertainment. And that's when we do our awards and our celebration of the year. And we get to hang out in our own vineyards to do so. And it's quite the event. It's something like you would see in a Hollywood movie. You know, you enter into it, you walk down our beautiful scape of trees, and the vines are on both sides, these big, huge tablescapes, and then incredible Napa catered foods that are designed around the wine release that we're doing with the label winner, who was the top producer of the year prior in growth and sales, that gets their own label added to the company's branding. And it's a great event, and we're looking forward to it. It's just 3 weeks away. It's coming quick. That being said, I'll go to the rest of the compensation plan. We have a binary, which means 2 teams, a left team and a right team. And as you add customers and ambassadors down both teams, it creates volume. And based on your qualification, you're going to receive 22% of the lesser leg the following Friday. So what happens is we get you building one team together. The person that brought you here is going to sign you up on their left team or right team. Whatever team they sign you up on, that's your team leg that you have support to help you build. You're going to get training how to build that leg and also build your inside leg, which will be the left or right, the opposite leg. And once you have both legs building, and based on your qualifications and rank, the system takes a snapshot on Wine Wednesday at midnight Eastern. So Wednesday night at midnight Eastern, it's going to look at your volume on your left team and your right team. And the lesser team, you get upwards of 22% of that paid out the following Friday, along with all the commissions you've earned during that pay period from acquisitions and customer bonuses and so forth. In addition to that, any personal ambassadors you brought in and you helped them build their business, right? You're going to get a check match up to 50% of what they get paid in their binary. And we have some leadership here that are getting more from their check match than their own binary because they've really helped build their teams. The qualifications are pretty dang simple. We keep them that way. You need to have 50 BV or greater to qualify as a earning position, which means you're getting at least 4 bottles of wine, or you're in the grapevine system for our non-ship states or non-ship countries. The person that brought you here knows how to help you out with that. But you know, the rank achievement, 1 star to executive ambassador, you have personal ambassadors that are required, and those are actives. And then you have personal customers. We want you to get your wine for free. And then based on that, there's a volume required, and this is the volume of your left and right teams. No more than 70% and at least 30% on the other leg. So no more than 70 on one leg and at least 30% on the other leg. So minimum 70-30 split on required volume for the rank. You get paid on all the volume as you qualify for it, but the rank requirement volume has to be a 70-30 or better split. So it doesn't have to be 50-50 or 60-40, but 70-30. And then based on that, and your rank is your percentage up to 22% on the binary percentage, and the check match starts at 30% and goes to 50% on the 6 star. That's simple. So anyway, get the person that brought you here, get in, get going, enjoy some great wines. And I'm going to tell you this, our events are incredible. Grand Cru only, and I guess they can bring Grand Cru +1. There are still some tickets available. I don't know how many. It's a pretty exclusive event, and every year we add some fun twist to it. But get ready for some incredible wines there. It's worth. It is so worth the admission. I mean, the food, the music, the landscape, but also it's really awesome for us to hang out with our partners in our own vineyard. And once you get logged into your back office, you can look at the vineyard 24/7. You can watch the sun go up, the sun go down, and enjoy a piece of what we're building together. All right, get the person who brought you here. God bless. Oh, real quick, Wednesdays, the same channel, or go to thewineanddineshow.com, half hour earlier. So 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, and 8:30 Eastern. We literally have a cooking show. We have our members, select members get on and pair our wines with appetizers, main courses, salads, desserts. It's a lot of fun. That's Wednesday. And then we do a training every Saturday on the same channel, as I call it. And it starts that starts at 9 o'clock Pacific, 10 Mountain, 11 Central, and noon Eastern. And it goes an hour, and we teach how to market and build stuff. You know what, the person that brought you here, God bless, and see you guys in the next trainings. Bye for now.